Why, hello. Hi, my whole squad and my whole nation. We're coming up on the end of the year, and this is the time to like wrap up and talk about things that we've worn, we love, all good things like that. And so I am doing this one. And this, of course, is the fragrances that I wore the most in 2025. Um, I don't know necessarily how to keep up with these things, but these like automatically when I thought, what have you been wearing? These were some of the ones that came up. And I'm sure there were more, but these are the standouts that really were like, okay, we're wearing them. Now we're at the end of the year and you're going to see this. Now just know we are doing live streams to January 1st every evening until the end of the year. So if you want to hang out and everything, if you want to see how I did this makeup look, there's a live stream. And so let's go ahead and let's talk about my favorite fragrances, the ones that got the most use in 2025. Now, true story. I used to do every year top 23 for 2023 and things like that, of all the things I purchased. But because I didn't buy that much, that would have been top 25. It would have been like saying basically the half that I really like. But anyway, let's talk about the stuff that I have. Okay. So I had to think, like some of them just came up, but here's a few. So here we go. Now, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's get started. I'm just going to grab them. There's no particular order. This is just stuff that I wore this year. All right, so one of the things I wore quite a bit was this Infusion de Amman, which I got this year by Prada. This is a nice, clean, kind of vanilla because of the tonka and the burnt, it's like clean and dry and powdery, nice almondy vibe. So this is like a perfect in the summertime. This is a perfect work fragrance. This is a perfect in the summertime, just running out to the store. Like this is something like if I'm dropping off the kids at the daycare, maybe want to run out and get some breakfast. This is perfect for that. So this was my Prada Infusion de Amman. I was wearing a lot of that. In the winter time, I was wearing, let me just do the Dreamhouse Ikiryos. In the wintertime, I was wearing apple rum and jasmine. Now, as I tell everybody, if you like angel share, but you want to amp it up, you want to have a little style, a little, extra flourish to yours, that particular style, apple rum and jasmine, because it is giving you that apple, that rum, but then it's giving you a jasmine, a hit of jasmine in it. Baby, I'm telling y'all, some of y'all still sleeping on Vincent and Dreamhouse Ikiryo, no matter how much we tell you about them, no matter how often he's been on here, y'all still ain't bought him. I don't know what's up with that. Go get some samples. Another one that I fell in love with was this one, was for fall, and it is so much gone in this one. J. Paul Revere. This is a gourmand for somebody like me. I don't like it too much, but I do enjoy a gourmand. So this is perfect because it's giving you gourmand, but it's giving you this like really stand out, turn heads. It will, and it's got that slightly darkness that is part of Vincent's style with Dreamhouse Ikiryo. Especially when it comes to things like this. They're deep, they're kind of broody. This is J. Paul Revere is for like if I'm gonna be going to drink tea and work on my work on my laptop at a coffee place and I'm just chilling. I just want to give off a vibe. Maybe, pull somebody in a little intellectual. I want to talk. Don't come over here with a stupid ass line. I want you to come to me. If a man come up to me, don't come to me with no stupid ass line. I want you to be like, something like thought provoking, something like, an interesting intro, not the, ooh, you need to smile. Get the fuck away from me. Okay. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The men who come up to you, ooh, you need to smile. Now, I have one that I've gotten recently from him, and somehow I have misplaced it. And I am about to freak out, y'all. So I'm gonna put the picture up here. And it is Memories of a Dream. It is a beautiful, y'all know I love white florals. It's a jasmine. It's causing memories of a dream because it was something that a girl that he walked with, and the smell of the jasmine and the shampoo in her hair when he went to hug her. This is, a very much a, uh, you know, young guys, that is a little more sensitive. It's got a little more feeling to him, because so many young men is just, they are very basic. But someone who could actually, with his artistry, to remember something like that and bring it to life, just gorgeous. So that one. And then this one. This is called Ravissima. And this is a gorgeous gardenia fragrance. Now, gardenia is having a moment. But this is gardenia with some incense and musk and a little frangipani. So this is a gorgeously feminine, just floral for someone like me, musky floral with a little woodiness, little smokiness from that incense. So just it gives this like stunning edge. I would definitely say wear this like to an event where you want to stand out, because right now fragrances are in, but let's just be honest, we know the usual culprits you're going to smell, including my guidance, because I love guidance, but you're going to smell somebody. But you wear something like this, you're going to have this aura of mystery, and people want to know what is that? Where, and they're not going to be able to pick it out. They're not going to be able to say it smells like this. No, 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 no. This is Ravissimo. All right, next up, let's talk Attar. This is Sierra. This is a slightly spicy, like a cool spicy, not warm spicy, but just like a little hint of spice, floral. Perfect. I was wearing this spring and summer. This blue sky vibe is the vibe that you have. Very, very fun, very happy, very carefree. Wear this to like a picnic. Wear this along when you're walking along, taking a walk, not a power walk, a stroll, hanging out, talking, just smelling lovely, like very effortless and lovely. Then we have Fleur de Santal. Oh, baby. This is flowers and sandalwood. And the sandalwood is very prominent, so you have to like sandalwood, and not creamy, but more woody. So it's giving you that sandalwood vibe with some florals. It's very, I would say this is like a fragrance for somebody who kind of likes florals, but wants to wear some florals, but ain't really ready to be like straight up white florals and things. This is a really just um, white t-shirt, like a white, crisp white shirt with some jeans and some Mary Janes, or some nice, cute little sandals in the summertime. This is very, I'm here, I'm hanging out, but I'm not trying to draw too much attention, but I know I'm gonna get a little. What I mean by that is Fleur de Santal is very cool girl. It's just a very cool girl vibe. It's not saying too much. It's not over the top. It's not super sexy. It's not super flirtatious. It's not too young. It's just chill. It's a chill vibe. Men would smell good in this too. So even though it's called Fleur de Santal and it's in their feminine bottles, I'm just saying, fellas, you might want to try this one. All right. Next up is Scandal Absolute. This is tuberose, fig, and sandalwood. It is a very seductive, yet more not your usual white floral tuberose. The tuberose is there. It's the fig and the sandalwood that really give it a nice little edge, unexpected, especially from the Scandal line. So it is not giving you like the traditional Scandal DNA. It is giving you this very upscale, seductive vibe. So this is Tuberose Scandal Absolute. If you've been on here for a while, you're not surprised I'm gonna say this. Jai Perchance by Sana Jardin. This is one of the most beautiful, seductive, just stunning tuberoses I own. And y'all know I own a lot. And this, think Narcotic Venus. This is just sensual. It is very, if you love tuberose and smell this, it's just going to like just hit you, like it hits you and you're like Jai Perchance. Had to wear it all the time. This is another tuberose, and this I've had for a long time, and I finally started wearing it. And this is Miller Harris's Noir de Tuberose. This is a very clean tuberose. So this is a more creamy one, not so sweet, and it has this clean vibe to it. I've been wearing it to work a lot. Just very, from a white floral standpoint, very inoffensive, very easygoing, just something that you could wear and baby, it lasts all day, and it just gives you this beautiful scent to wear. This is Winter Spring by Gucci. Now, I tried this at a Travaglio Wallace event here in Chicago over a year ago. Not in 2025, but in 2024. And when I tried this, I said I wanted it. And I was able to find it at a really good price on eBay. So I had to get it. Because this is part of the Alchemist Garden Collection by Gucci. So this is the expensive. This is like that private line. And so this one is expensive, but I got it at a really good price. But this is a powdery mimosa with musk. OMG. This is just where I am right now. So like, I know like floral fragrance wise, if you know, I've been leaning towards very florals, very powdery, very musky, kind of more soft things. I still love a good spicy. I love, those type of fragrances, but I've been leaning toward more often the more softer fragrances. And that is perfect soft fragrance. Another fragrance, another tuberose, and this is Quattro Pizzi by Xerjoff. This is a kind of slightly coconut tuberose. Now, the reason why I love it is because I noticed Datura Noir is hard to find. And this is giving me a Datura Noir vibe. So I can wear this and not use up my Datura Noir by Serge Lutens and get the same vibe. But this is a very, now I know people like this for date and everything, but for me, this is more of a day date. This isn't an evening date. This is definitely, and maybe because I am a tuberose person, this is not giving enough tuberose, enough sensuality from the tuberose. This is a day date tuberose, and it's with that coconut. So it's giving, I'm, flirty, but not, okay. It's giving flirty, especially in like somebody that you're just starting to date. It's a little more casual. This is what it's perfect for. So it's giving attention. It's saying I'm here, I'm present, but I'm not trying to give you too many signals because we ain't there yet. So that's Quattro Pizzi. Next up, in Feeling Like a Rich Woman, having, wanting to smell like old money, Amouage Dia 40. This is giving old money vibes. This is giving aldehydes, florals. It's giving old money. It's giving we're meeting up to play bridge. We're having a bridge. We're going to the country club. We're going to have lunch. We're going to talk about, our next trip to Ibiza or St. Moritz, not going to like the Wisconsin Dells, like I might be talking about, but it's just that vibe. Like I will wear this going to tea because I'm going to start going to tea more because I love tea. I'm in this tea group too, but this is perfect for that. And I would do this when I'm going by myself to tea, like just taking myself to tea, and I wear this to feel the vibe of, yes, this is my life. I go out and have tea midday. We should always give off that vibe that we trying to go for. Now let's talk Khye Fragrances. These are the two that I've been wearing, the ones he's been gave me recently. This is At This Time. This is a lavender fragrance, but lavender's got a sweetness to it, and the lavender isn't too strong. It's enough. It's got that comforting vibe. I've been wearing this like right now. I'm probably gonna put this on after I'm done here. I know I put this on this morning because in that, and then the other one is Whoops Now. Y'all, look at how much. And I've only had this for a few months. So, like 2 months. So that's a lot for me. And I just love this. It's floral, it's powdery, it's not doing too much, but it's just something that I want to smell like. And sometimes that's all it needs. It needs to be something I want to smell like. And that's what Whoops Now is. So it's floral, it's pretty, it's soft, it just gives me this like comfort or just relaxes me, especially, working as a teacher, you need some things that's going to relax you. Now, I have a lot of sugar mamas, but these are the top two from this year. And if y'all know, Feminine Muse, okay, Feminine Muse, baby, I love this fragrance. I need to get another bottle of it. It is a rosy, floral, fruity rose. It is a fruity rose. Got a little tartness to it, just gorgeous. And then we have Sultana's Rose Parade. Now, y'all gonna go, oh, that looks like a new bottle. It is, because I want to give him my bottle to B, because I had got her a bottle. And then, because she smelled it and like, oh, I really like it. So I got it for her. She lost her bottle. I gave her my bottle. And then I had to get a new bottle. But this is just so needless to say, everybody who smelled these two, Feminine Muse and Sultana's Rose, have actually gone out and purchased them. Because these are just stunning. Okay, just gorgeous. Things that I'm just like, yes, I need to be wearing all the time. And they're very girly, very femme fatale, but very femme fatale in a very romantic way. So Feminine Muse and Sultanas are for that romantic femme fatale. Whereas Pink, we were talking about this, has a boudoir, has the cigarette in the long case. We were talking about all this. So that's those type of fragrances. So those are the top, the ones that I wore the most, that I enjoyed, that I just could not get enough of in 2025. Now, I know I want to hear from y'all. Put it in the comments. All right, y'all. As always, be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Talk to you later.